Men of Reddit, what things that women find unattractive about themselves do you find very attractive, and why? Wet hair. Almost every woman I've known says they hate the way they look with wet hair. I love it. Don't even know why, but it does something to me. Makes me feel bald, and then as it dries it becomes one giant knot if I'm not just out of the shower. Probably their voice, because I swear it's possible to be attracted to someone's voice. Hands down. Oh shit. 1k points LMAO. Can confirm that being attracted to a voice is possible, based on the quantity of men that I play video games with that have tried to duck me without knowing what I look like. Someone can have a sexy voice, but some men just don't have standards. A woman is really all they are looking for in terms of an encounter. Something I didn't see here as a response is really noticeable blushing. I have light skin and blush very easily, just absolutely all over my face, neck, chest, and ears. I think it's horribly embarrassing because I look all puffy and it's really red on my skin. But I've had more than one guy go absolutely gaga over it and do whatever he can to make me blush. Cute things. Not from negative embarrassment. I have this and hate it. I have a really dark sense of humor too, and blush from that too. Unfortunately I haven't had anyone find it endearing though. I just wish to drop in and say that blushing is really cute and don't be ashamed of it. I can't grow out my fingernails without them breaking. I personally like short fingernails because there isn't as much crap under them. I personally like short nails because long nails are so impractical. I recently cut off my long nails. It has its perks, and I personally like the look of them. But short nails are better seeing as the work I do involves getting my hands dirty. A lot of tall women are insecure about how tall they are, but for some reason I find tall women incredibly attractive. I got bullied in school for being tall by a bunch of girls in the year above me. I have literally no idea why they were so offended by my height. I mostly just shrugged them off, but it meant all through school and the beginning of uni I never wore heels because I'd tower over my friends. Recently I've kind of woken up and realized standing up tall with good posture is much nicer than trying to make myself look shorter, and that my legs look damn incredible in heels. Don't know why I believed being a tall girl was so unattractive for so long. My wife deals with this. I'm 6 and she's 512. She didn't wear heels for years. She got over it recently, and I have zero complaints except for having to pick up my jaw on a regular basis. My girlfriend hates how she looks after an intense workout, messy hair, sweaty, etc. But to me that's honestly a huge turn on, and I can't get enough of it. I have to hold myself back when she walks in after an intense running session. Oh yeah, that would be hot. Although I can also see why she'd feel gross. I often feel that way after some good exercise. Thick thighs. Please just squeeze my head. Thick thighs save and lives. It's the masculine equivalent of choke me, daddy. Instead it's suffocate me, baby, apostrophe. When a girl is in comfy mode at home with her hair in a ponytail, I'd much prefer a photo like that than some glamour shots photo. They always think they look awful, but it's my favorite look for sure. Totally. Some oversized pullover, ponytail and her just chilling on the couch. There's nothing more attractive than that. In Germany we even got a word for that look. Sklabber look roughly translates to baggy/sloppy look. Of course German has a word for it. What doesn't German have a word for? I'm really loving this thread. I just wish online dating scene reflected anything that's being said in here. Well, these threads attract certain type of responses. For every I don't get why women are self-conscious about their curly hair. I love curly hair, or I prefer shorter nails, you'll get 1,000 of no. A real woman has straight hair kind of nonsense, or short nails aren't feminine type of guys. For every oh I think men in grey sweat pants are sexy because of the bulge, you'll get 1,000 I would never date a man wearing sweat pants. That's lazy pants and I wouldn't date a lazy man. There are people who don't care about cellulites. There are people who will be disgusted by it. That's why dating is a numbers game. There are 8 billion people on this earth. Most of them are insane or dumb, or both. It takes meeting a lot of people or being incredibly lucky to find someone you match with. That's why you have to be unapologetically yourself at all time. Filter those assholes out. You think your sneeze is weird? Sneeze weirder. It will save you lots of time. AskReddit, where opinions held by 0.001% of the population get heavily upvoted because everyone so desperately wants them to be true, and then everyone else comes away thinking it's a popular opinion. I find it really attractive if you're better than me. I don't mean being physically attractive, but rather intellectually/financially. Kind of makes me want to strive for more or something. I find the best relationships are when both sides view the other person as slightly better and someone to look up to at each other. You are always supposed to date someone who makes you the best version of yourself. Some women don't like being tall, but I like tall women. My best friend is tall and always complains about something like this. She says guys only ever want short, small women, not tall women, which I disagree with based simply on the fact that she consistently has men come up to her interested in talking to her. You've further proven my belief. Tall women are the best, but I'm 6'7", so I may be biased. Brown eyes. Almost every girl I know with brown eyes doesn't like them. I have blue/green eyes, but much prefer looking at brown eyes. I'm a chick with blue eyes, married to a blue-eyed man, but my gosh, brown eyes do it for me. Hip dips. My wife has them, and I spent years telling her how much I love her hips, but had no idea what they were called until recently. I'm very much insecure with my hip dips and my boyfriend swears that they're cute. Listen to him. You're not into yourself. You have different taste. That's why you have a boyfriend and not someone that looks like you as a companion. Everything. I knew a girl once who had heterochroma, 2 different colored eyes. She was really self-conscious about it, but I found it enthralling. I knew a girl once who had heterochroma, and she dated a guy for literally an entire year before he said, "Whoa, I just realized your eyes are 2 different colors." Sounds like a guy, yeah. Dressing down. Like sweats and a tank top with no makeup. Just something so attractive about her being her, so natural. Well yeah, tank tops are pretty hot lol. I've seen a lot of women say how unattractive their glasses are, but I personally think that a woman wearing glasses is very attractive. Edit. This comment really blew up. Thank you all for the upvotes and for my first awards. That's weird. I think I look weird without my glasses. Although, I'm extremely fair. So if I don't wear them, and I don't wear makeup, I wash out extremely easy. Of course you'd think that. You're not wearing your glasses. I like those small boobs. A bit too big nose and that barely noticeable overbite of yours. All those imperfections make you. You. And I like you. I, too, have the horn for Marge Simpson. Yup, she's boneable F. Almost everything. Women are way too hard on themselves. To pick one example, I think cellulite is pretty cute. Actually, I like thighs. I like dimples. What's the problem with dimpled thighs? Bless. Kindness. A lot of chicks I know hate the fact that they're nice, and they think that they are stepping stones. No girl, you're just a good person. Keep that up, since it's so rare to find nice people lol. There's definitely a fine line between nice and stepping stone. You need to understand your boundaries and be willing to say no. Duck off when that boundary gets pushed. Their smile. This one might be just me, but my wife has always self-conscious about her smile. She feels her teeth aren't straight enough, or aren't spaced how she's like them. Whatever. It's all nonsense. When we were dating I would compliment it all the time, and she thought I was making fun of her. I never was. What makes a smile beautiful is how genuine and authentic it is. How joyful. And my wife has the most authentic, beautiful smile of anyone I've ever met. I'd move mountains for that smile. I'd give anything to keep it on her face. Real kicker? Our 2-year-old daughter got her mama's beautiful smile, and I'm completely helpless to them both. Freckles. Love freckles. This is actually one of my biggest insecurities. I have freckles on my face as well as my arms. I've learned to tolerate the freckles on my face, but I can't stand freckles on my arms paired with my light skin. I adore freckles. A few freckles are cute, but a bunch of them, I will munch on them. If we are talking personality traits, a super inordinate amount of women that I've known really don't like their perspective, so to know how smart or ambitious they are, I've never gotten it. That intelligence and ambition has always been a major turn on for me when dating women or men. If we are talking physical traits, tallness, love me some tall women. But the few I've dated has been really self-conscious about their height, and it made me sad. I dated a guy once that took me aside when we were out with his friends to tell me that I was embarrassing him. When I asked why, he said that I was being too funny and that I shouldn't emasculate him. I should respect him by leaving room for him to make a joke first. I wasn't shocked because I've had a few guys get all huffy about how smart I am and tell me that they didn't want a comedian for a girlfriend. I'm not some genius, but I can hold a conversation about a lot of topics. I guess I'm supposed to sit by and let the men talk. We went and sat back down, and I didn't say anything at all for a while. After about 20 minutes his friend asked if I was okay because it gone quiet suddenly. I said yes, I was okay, and then I quoted exactly what M had said to me in private. His face went beet red, like he was going to blow a gasket. His friend's jaw dropped like something from a movie and he busted out laughing. They all gave him a ton of shit for the rest of the night. It was hilarious. I wanted to get up and leave, but his friends were cool, so I decided to stay and hang out with them. He didn't say much after that, but the rest of us had a great night. I didn't see him again after that. I've run into his friends a few times and Steve told me that they still give him shit about it. What a dork. Him now with a guy hot great. I overheard him on the phone describing me to his best friend when we were going to meet his friend for the first time. The first thing he told his friend about me was that him ducking hilarious. Not pretty or cute, nice or sweet, but that him funny. He's so refreshing. He's also very funny, and we're funny in different ways, so that's a bonus. You are a legend. I find myself attracted to a woman with a bit of rough, can't explain it. Making them smile is more worthwhile. Edit, resting bitch face. Lol, I have a resting 1,000-yard stare and all my friends say it gives me charm. Now, I embrace looking a little weathered all the time. I can have that if I'm thinking about something, but usually it's just resting bitch face. It used to bother me a lot because it scares the hell out of people, no matter how kind or warm I'm with them. I've learned to embrace it over the years, especially since two artists, different mediums, but both specialize in faces, adjusted my view by telling me that what we think of as RBF actually just means a strong face in a world where women everywhere are expected to smile and always be sweet and pleasant. I can shut people down with one look. For that alone, I consider it worth it. I have a particular thing for big noses. I don't know why, but I find a big schnoz adorable. George Costanza has left the chat. Cosmo Kramer has entered the chat. Stretch marks. Reminds me of waves of sand under the ocean. As beautiful as nature. I feel better about my stretch marks after reading this. Thank you for that. They're racing stripes. Silly. Having a deeper voice. There was this one girl I knew who used to be a stripper, and when I ran into her for the first time at a BBQ I heard her talk, and it was deep and naturally sultry, and I almost went weak at the knees. She is already the prettiest woman I have ever seen, but hearing her voice just sent her from 10/10 to 47/10. Sucks she ended up being kind of a bad person cause lord she was sexy. In high school, every once in a while, a guy would comment on how deep my voice was. I always felt insecure about it, until I went to college, and one of my professors, who I'll admit I found very attractive, and crushed on a bit, told me that I had a deep and husky voice. He's like, it's kind of like Lauren Bacall. First time I'd ever been complimented on my deep voice, and to be compared to Lauren Bacall as well. Ever since then I've loved my deeper voice, and as a woman who also likes women, I like women with deeper voices too. I heard a woman doing karaoke once. singing a Frank Sinatra song in a deep, husky voice. I cold melted. I have deep voice, and I love it. I hate the way I speak, but that's not the voice's fault. Always pissed me off when someone nags me about it, especially when it's a girl that forces herself to sound like a squeaky toddler. A girl's tummy punch belly. I think is sexy. Pulp Fiction vibes. I wish I had a pot, Fabian. Even when I got super ducking fit, I still had a little pooch, and at that point I just finally accepted it and stopped hating it, because only way it's going away is with lipo, and that ain't happening. It's arguable that anything a woman finds unattractive about themselves, there is a man/men that finds that quality extremely attractive. Confidence is an incredible equalizer. No matter your quirks, own them. That is the most attractive trait of all. I'm really into bushes. Sure, I'd prefer it trimmed a bit, but that just is one of those kinks, and really into slash myself and my muff, thank you. Yeah, I don't bother shaving down under, so why should I ask you to? I'm attracted to interesting looking noses. Aquiline noses tend to be a facial feature I feel is a plus. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.